let's take it nice and easy and draw a simple tree. Well, hello there, I'm Détroit. I am overworked. At the moment, I'm swamped, so let's have a nice, simple drawing for a change, shall we? None of that weird face monsters, complicated perspective buildings, or creepy figures. We're gonna draw a simple tree. I still have to make it interesting though, so I'll be taking a page of my own book in abstract doodles and make the tree a bit abstract, but that's it. Actually, I'm not technically overworked, I'm just busy. True, I do have a lot of work, both in my experimental physics as well as writing my PhD thesis, but that's not all. I can deal with that. Most of my drawing videos are made on the weekends anyway. However, the weather is starting to get better and hot and sunny, so I'm spending my weekend away with friends or family, camping or having parties. That's great for my tan and my life in general, but it's not so good for my drawing schedule. So you can basically blame the sun if I'm not working hard enough on drawings. And that is okay. I don't think I should put too much pressure on this YouTube channel at this point of my life where other things are more important. Anyway, enough about myself, let's talk doodling. You can see I'm using Procreate today instead of Photoshop. It's mostly because I was too lazy to use my XP Pen graphics tablet and I already had my iPad opened. Also, I get to use the nice brushes from Procreate. The sketching for the basic shape of the tree was made with the peppermint brush and the inking with the Baskerville brush. I've already talked about it in basically every Procreate video I made, but this brush is really nice. It has a smoothing feature that ensures your stroke is nice and without wiggles. For a drawing where I want a satisfying result without too much details, where I just want it to look good, this brush is perfect. And that is basically the only brushes I used. Eventually, when I color the background, I will make a few passes with the Blackburn brush, just for texture. About the drawing itself. This tree, I imagine, used to be about 10 times bigger, but then it got twisted around itself, and that's how the folds appeared. Or maybe it grew like that, twisting instead of going straight. Every part of the tree is twisted, and so the bark is made of lumps. That's okay, you can be whatever you want tree. As you will see later, the color also differs from a regular tree. This is just because I wanted to draw something colorful and with a satisfying color palette. I really like the combo of cyan and purple. I think purple might be one of my favorite colors, even if all colors can be beautiful when used properly in the right context. So yeah, this tree is blue and purple. The little dangly bits I've added just for the sake of breaking the shape of the tree will end up being colored blue and green, but very dark and desaturated. That is all about the drawing for now, because I want to talk about something else for a minute. I haven't had a talk about analytics in a while. I don't really know if that's true, but it feels like it anyway. This channel is my log of the journey that is doing YouTube, so I like to share some analytics data for future reference. As I'm writing this script on the 7th of June 2023, this channel has 774 subscribers. By the time the video comes out, this number should be around 778, maybe 780. Another cool number is that I uploaded 273 videos in total. I thought of sharing analytics today because this morning I got a notification that the Détroit Variety channel overall now has passed the milestone that is 70,000 views. That's a big number, and I can't really wrap my head around it. I'm really thankful, you guys. According to Social Blade, the big 1,000 subscriber milestones should happen around December 23rd, in 205 days. Why don't we try to speed that up a little bit? Why not share a video of mine to a friend of yours? Or a family member, I don't know, I'm not picky. That would really help me a lot, while not being too much of a hassle for you, deal? In any case, I understand if you don't want to. So, that was the analytics round. If you too are getting started in YouTube, don't hesitate to ask questions in the comments. Back to the drawing at hand now. There is one thing that pisses me off in Procreate. Where is the gradient tool? The answer is nowhere, because there isn't such a thing, somehow. For reasons unknown, I avoided the problem until now, having never needed a gradient in Procreate before. But for this funky tree, I want a soft morphing between the cyan and the purple colors. I had no idea where to find the gradient option, so I searched the internet and I was very disappointed. I am so used to the linear and circular gradients in Photoshop that I took it for granted Procreate also had them too. But no, It's just like the outer glow effect, you have to do it by hand. I ended up experimenting with ways to make a gradient on my own, so you won't see the process here. Apologies. So here's how I did it. I painted the whole tree blue, and then on another layer I painted it purple. I then erased parts of the purple slowly with the large soft eraser brush. Yes, it is as simple as that, and even simpler than using the gradient map option. Because yes, you don't have a gradient brush style feature, but you have gradient maps. Gradient maps allow you to turn what's darker into one color, lighter in another, and gradient the in-between. But to have a colored gradient, you then already need a black and white gradient, so the problem was the same. I think for future uses, I will make myself a brush that varies linearly in opacity. This way I will get my linear gradient that I can just paste on top of the drawing and then use gradient maps. Basically, this is my excuse for not sharing with you the main part of the coloring process for this drawing. It's because Procreate doesn't have the basic tools you would expect from a digital art software. I talked earlier about the Afterglow feature of Photoshop also missing in Procreate. This one sucks, especially for thumbnails. I make all my thumbnails in Photoshop, but honestly it would be more efficient on iPad. Only I can't tweak the text as easily in Procreate, and I can't make designs pop with glowing options. Procreate is still very nice to use though. The brushes are nice, drawing itself feels good, especially since I have a paper-like screen protector, and I can draw anywhere with the iPad. This drawing is a perfect example of what I like to use it for. It's a random idea I just had, it takes half a second to open the program and start the drawing. I don't have to think much, as long as I don't need gradients obviously, and I can finish the details in bed. So yeah, this drawing wasn't too complex. It looks nice, both in composition and in colors, in my opinion, and I had fun the whole time. Please consider subscribing. I would like us to reach the 1000 subscribers milestone pretty soon, and tell me in the comments what I should draw in future videos. I hope you had a nice experience. Here's my Instagram, Twitter, and so on, and I'll see you in a week. Oh, and I'm Detroit by the way. Bye!